guys, I just did this entire recording with my microphone on mute. So here we go again. No bullshit this time. Let's just get straight to it. Take 2. So when I'm adding it on, I'm using this barbed wire brush. I didn't make this. I don't even know where it came from. All these are so old. I don't know where they came from. I wish I could credit the person. But I use this for scars a lot of the time. It's pretty reliable. I set the spacing down to 1 or 2, but not more than that. Flow is on. Flow is at like 16%. These are all my settings. I've got texture on, and I've got the pen tilt on. Okay, so I take a neutral red color. I don't want it to be too bright and too fresh, so it's got to be a little old. Or at least I like it to be, but the baseline is none of it matters. It's fantasy. Who cares? Do whatever you want. Do whatever looks good to you. There are no scar police, okay? So I'm trying to draw these in a vague way, like it's on a bicep, kind of like the one over there. So I'm having it kind of curved to follow the like arm anatomy. So I add a bunch of paint, vaguely in the direction of whatever anatomy I'm drawing over. And for these, I'm kind of doing slash marks like a claw. The claw! Hit him. So one end is fat where like the claw hit him like hardest, and then it kind of trails away as the creature lifts up its arm away from the body or something. So fat on one end, and then it gets thinner as it goes across. So I add a bunch of paint on and erase away, and I leave a bunch of bits behind, which is fun. And then I add these little cross scars here. As if the person hasn't suffered enough, they get hit in the same place in a different direction. Again, we don't care about the logic here. I just like how it looks. There are no scar police. So next step, after I've drawn the initial kind of shape for the scars and however many overlapping scars they have, then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker color and add like a piercing mark, like where the scar is deeper. And you don't want to use too much of it, because then it starts to ruin the effect. So you just try to add a little bit. My scars don't look anything like this. They're just raised lines on my body. But I don't have any... I mean, I do have one scar that's kind of like this, like a deep wound scar. And it is darker in the middle, so I guess it does hold up. So scar police, I am a little bit right. Next, I'm going to add some lighter colors. I'm going to do this lighter pink color as if the scars are layering over each other. I like to imagine that they're lighter. So I add some lighter colors into generally where the scars are touching each other and connecting. And I also just add it in random places, but sparingly. I really like making all of them crisscross. Just little spots of it here and there. And then the last thing is I'm going to add the bevel and emboss effect. And I'm going to change the size to be 1, and I'm going to make the direction downwards. That's it makes it, I feel like, look like it's embedded by changing the direction to down. I'm gonna change the highlight to overlay, shadow to multiply. Oh, it was already multiply. I'm going back in where some of the scars are overlapping and making them a little bit brighter. So that is how I do the scars for pretty much every scar I ever do. Sometimes I don't do the darker puncture marks, I just do the base color and then I move on to the highlights. But in this one, I wanted to go crazy and do puncture marks everywhere. Like this poor guy ran into a pack of bears and didn't get lucky. That's pretty much it. That's all there is to it that I have to talk about. I just wanted to quickly go over the step-by-steps of how I do it. I don't remember if I've talked about how I do scars before, and I'm not going to put any more thought into remembering if I have, so. Okay, good night.